Hi guys, it's Maya. I'm just out of the shower. Well, my hair is somewhat dry. I'm still kind of drying yet, getting my curls, my wave. So I was asked to take a look at Nikki Minaj and Kenneth Petty's relationship. Most recently, he's gotten in trouble for not reporting in as a sex offender. That might get bleeped. Um, but he's supposed to check in as an SO for an incident that took place upon a 16-year-old female back in '95. Um, he didn't check in like he was supposed to, and then more recently he assaulted a man that he felt like a security guard, broke his jaw, that he felt like disrespected Nikki when she had a complaint against, I think it was a female, may have been like another person, another security guard, I think. And he kind of this security guard was kind of taken up for because she was Nicki Minaj was apparently berating her on social media, and the man just said, "Hey, I don't think you need to do that on social media to this person that could affect their employment." Da da da. And she was, this didn't sit well, I guess, with them. And later, um, the man was jumped from behind by, from what I read, Kenneth. And pardon the wound back. That's not me. I'm not being rude. And ended up with a broken jaw. And they've been awarded, this man was awarded over $500,000 in compensation. Well, that's what they've been ordered to pay. So it's kind of there's kind of a drama that's kind of follows this couple around. Um, from my perspective, someone like me. Um, but it's just kind of interesting to sit back as a non kind of low key person to watch somebody that thrives off of this. And it does, it gets them propelled into the spotlight. Plus, I do think they have very limited temperament, what they can tolerate out of people, clearly, or they snap and lose control. And clearly, Kenneth has some control issues when it comes to anger going on and hostility and so on and so forth. So I'm just going to be looking at their relationship, and I'm shuffling the cards and I'm thinking of the two of them. He's an Aries, she's a Sagittarius, and I'm looking at how things look like it will go, or how they will go for them in their relationship. So how does the marriage, I get just intuitively a sense that it bonds them. It's like a trauma bonding that it draws them closer for a little while until they get on each other's nerves. Now, I could be wrong, and I really don't know. I really have not focused and learned much beyond the superficial information of what's out there. And I'm just going by what I think is really strong in here. And you guys can tell me, who really do follow them closely and know them very well for years, whether or not I'm on point or not. I'll just leave it to you. Anywho, so I'm going to look and just see what spirit, and I ask for my spiritual mentors, my guides, and my guardian angels to help me and to bring information that is honest and true, respectable. What is it that we should be aware of with regard to their marriage and their horizon? What is in the future for them yet? So let's look at the relationship. What is the relationship And what will be the relationship of Nikki and Kenneth? Okay. I'm getting 2 cards. This is the money of coughing up the money to pay for his damaging assaults. This is someone that's been assaulted. Usually they get damage around the head. And usually this person is depicted as someone with a literal bandage wrapped around their head. Well, this reminds me then of this card would be of like the security guard whose jaw was broken. And this is just reminiscent of having to pay people, being ordered to pay. So she's helping out because also the Six of Pentacles is about helping, and often financially. And it couldn't be more blatant with this symbology on the cards on this deck. And I feel that it's showing her continued bailing him out, coming up with the funding that's necessary, giving him that assistance, that help to pay for damages on an injury to someone else. We do get the Two of Wands, and what comes into their future is more hostility, more combativeness, more, frankly, perhaps even a tendency toward being not able to keep one's words in their mouth and one's paws to themselves. Pardon the wound back. So this is very combative. This is very hostile. And it looks like it's coming into the pair of them, into the relatively near future again. It's like they're just irritated. I don't know what else to say. They remind me like of something that is just chronic inflammation. It's just a very hot-tempered kind of an entity that the two of them make when they are together. They're bonded, but easily irritated. It's just so weird. I'm getting other things from this as well. So these hostile jabs back and forth, I think with other people like Cardi B and so on and so forth, will continue. This is the way that they will continue as a dynamic couple of personalities that are bonded to each other into the future. It will always be that way with them, is what I get. It will never, I don't think, completely settle. So it seems like it's kind of the unhealthy kind of relationship where this kind of goings on, maybe like I was saying earlier, draws them, my sense of it was like it draws them closer together. Maybe it changes her focus from what she's personally upset with him about to what someone else is. And so it switches, I think, on more of her loyalty when it's someone else coming for her man. We have a defensive posturing here too, and a confidence that no matter what, one can overcome the challenges and the marriage. So I think they're both very defensive of each other. But for me, the Hierophant in this case would be the marriage that they have. And we get a card of willing to endure a great deal of defense. Not defense, of challenge. And there's a protectiveness and a defensiveness of each other. But I see that they are personalities that like to stir. There is that dramatic energy of that Five of Wands where Um, there's a competitive aspect that comes out. So I just feel that when people go for him, they just push her more toward him if they have an issue with him. Anyway, let's just see what we get. We're getting the Seven of Cups and the Sun. So something is going to come to light. Something will be exposed. And it could have to do with substances. I know recently Nikki was, I think it was the Netherlands. There was, I think, personal cannabis use of some kind, like a cartridge or something like that, maybe, for a, what you would call it? Oh, a vape or something like that. Maybe I don't have it right. But all I know is it was, I think, something cannabis oriented, and I heard it very quickly. But this could, maybe that instance comes back, or there could be another incident. I don't know. But we're getting light put on what could be substance use. And what comes up, this card, the Seven of Cups, is often the mind altering, or things. And so we've got clarity there coming out. The Three of Cups follows with the Six of Cups, and it goes back to the past, a partying kind of carry on that has something based in the past behavior of maybe substance, social use. I don't know. There's something there, partying wise. Definitely. Again, sorry for the wind vac. I hate the noise it makes, but I can't shut it off. All right. There is justice that comes and steps in for them over something that they try and hide, or something that is attempted to be hidden, that they try to get away with. And being that it kind of comes with the card to do with substance particularly, usually, and we're getting about something that's talking about the past and a partying atmosphere, and now we're getting a legal matter coming to hand about something that I think one of the two of them was trying to get away with. That comes up and it becomes a legal matter. I see a very strong defensiveness. This is like just something small for myself. It's, not taking it too seriously. So I don't think it's like a huge amount, and there's kind of an attitude of, well, you've got to be kidding. So I tend to think that they could face still some more problems to do with substance that they get caught with, that they've been caught with already, carries on then to the next step with the legal action. And I see a resistance and a holding back, kind of an energy with this Four of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. It's like, what? And there might be a point to that. But there's manipulation, maybe with the lawyer, the magician, and the King of Swords, because that's usually someone in law enforcement. I don't know if this is someone trying to work things out, let's just say, with law enforcement, or whether this is a lawyer that's working. There's that kind of energy going on behind the scenes. I think, lawyers definitely have been called and are acting behind the scenes to try and help them with the legal issues that are popping up. I think with the world, there comes an end, but we also get the Two of Pentacles. It's chaotic. So that tour of hers, it comes in mind. I think was it the Pink Tour or something like that? Pardon me if I don't get that right. The World. Yep. So I have no idea where Nikki's at in her tour, but this is showing me something that kind of travel, and often I associate it with a tour. People are traveling on a tour, the world card. But there's something that wraps up in it, and it's chaotic though. There's some juggling that has to be done with this travel. So I think it has to be dealt with because there's a ripple that has a problem, creates a problem, maybe even traveling has to be ironed out legally. There's some things that are being hidden, but there is also, I think, some sense of loss along with the high priestess, just an intuitive something is being kept secret about this as well. Okay, that's what I'm getting. And something has been lost. They will lose something, but I think they're going to try to mask really a greater sense of depression. So it looks like they're going to be held to some legal issues. I don't think that they're going to get exactly what they want. There's a lot of chaos with, I think, wrapping up a tour of some kind going on. Things are up and down, if that makes sense. And I get someone trying to put a good face on it, like I said, trying to mask the depression and anxiety, and they pull back. I think it's her. I think she could end up pulling back and trying not to present herself as anxious and depressed, but needing to pull back and just kind of allowing tightly strung nerves to relax, to heal. I think, there's something that really worries her with some charges that are yet to come, that are being pursued. Okay, let me just see what else we get. I do get, though, with that 4 of Swords and that 9 of Swords, that there is mentally more of a strain because the swords are mental. So I'm thinking that Nikki carries within herself something that's very private. That's where all her vulnerabilities are. So I see her, though, I think at the end of this tour, her energy being kind of frazzled for sure. And she'll mask it well, but she needs to go somewhere and rest. And I see her kind of withdrawing and needing to just go off radar for a little bit, be quiet for a minute, heal up, pulling back, because it's like she's just frazzled. This may be getting a specialist here with the Emperor. I don't know if this is like her getting like a specialized lawyer or authority in law. There could be that. This would be an older man, though. Somebody more, what would you say, accomplished, And I see 2 males here, a King of Pentacles and a King of Cups. So it could even be, it just came to my, these could be, again, specialists like lawyers that have a law firm where there's more than one. They might have a team of lawyers, two men, maybe. Maybe she has hers. Maybe what I'm seeing is the King of Pentacles for one and the King of Cups for the other. I'm not sure. These two could also be people that have an issue with them, for all I know. But I do see, I feel like men that are very good at what they do, that are specialists, and I think they hire them on. There's for something else. I don't know what it's about, but it looks like into the future they feel more confident than the pair of them. So I do see some legal issues coming up for them. Each one of them has kind of contributed. Each one of them. Let me just see if we can look at, I'm not getting anything about the relationship like breaking apart right now. I'm really not. I just don't feel it. Let's see. Will Nikki and Kenneth split? Will they ever split? And this is all alleged for use of the cards on pop culture and pop culture celebrities that people enjoy. Just a way that you can use the cards. And you take everything with a grain of salt. So let's just see. Nikki and Kenneth. Will that relationship ever break apart? Will they ever separate? I'm getting the Page of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. I don't think so. Again, there's that protectiveness, and there's a possessiveness and a control kind of a card where each other is concerned. There's also perhaps the card of a child. I think they have more than one child now. But we do have a lot of fighting and drama going on. Comes right back up with the Five of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. So again, I feel like there's manifestation again and having to pay for it again. The beginning of having to pay for perhaps hostile actions. And when you cause harm to somebody, then you're going to have to fork out some money. I see them, again, the sense of it here is that no, they cling more together. There is something coming, though, and I think it's a break point for Nikki, where I saw that she needed to pull back with the Four of Swords. This comes back out at me, and it's something that she's not, and they're not anticipating, that she's going to feel is a loss. I don't know if this will be, it's something that they won't expect. And it's a real shakeup. It would have the effect of showing that something needs to change, that they need to rebuild whenever you get that Tower card. And part of the reason the Tower strikes is because something is out of alignment. You know, ego can often lead out of control. But we see that there's something that occurs that she doesn't expect. It's pretty catastrophic. It could be. It could also just break open, so to speak. It could just be more chaos, because we did get that Five of Wands right before with the Ace of Pentacles. So it leads to, I think, also regret about the loss of temper. That comes first, and then there's like boom. So it looks like, again, I feel that there could be arguments, there could be fighting within the marriage, but I think once they look at the outside world, when it comes to if somebody's got a complaint against them, they have each other's back. There's, brings them closer together. I don't see them drifting apart at this point. Ten of Swords. Again, this could be a male that experiences just great trauma mentally as well. There's like over and done with it. It's on to a new cycle. I don't know if this is the man, the security guard, or someone kind of similar that's come across them, but I'm getting a male, and I feel like this person had a very difficult situation with regard to them. Now, I did ask about, I just don't see, I'm not being shown that. What I am being shown is some kind of recognition that Kenneth Petty is showing up here, is going to give someone, or is going to expect from someone here. I don't know if he's going to have, someone is going to have some words publicly with him. I think there could definitely be a case where someone calls him out on social media or something like that. It feels like it. And it feels like he likes attention. So careful how you feed someone that has a thirst for attention. I don't see them. This is very, very kind of heavy, plotted, day in, day out energy. Seven of Pentacles in the Knight of Cups. It does not look like a relationship that's ending anytime soon. So I'll just leave it there. And again, thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next video. Thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much. Bye.